What's going on, everybody? David here, and it is week 12 on my journey to fitness on a bike, and I just wanted to step in real quick and just talk to you guys a little bit. And this isn't going to be that long. I'm going to try to shorten these up just a little bit, and the only reason is if there's some real good stuff I want to talk about, then we'll talk a little longer, but for the most part, I just want to kind of give you a recap and kind of tell you about my bike and that whole situation. I finally got my bike out of the shop, so I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, I want to make these a little shorter, and then when we have like different things that we talk about, maybe a larger event or something like that, or something more significant, then I'll talk for a little longer period of time. But I want to make it I want everyone to be able to kind of get in and watch it. And if it's like 2 hours long, a lot of people will just tune out once they see that it's that long. I know that's the way I am in certain videos where I want to get the information, but if it's like a 2 hour long video, I kind of get a little anxious about seeing it. So I'll just go ahead and talk real quick. And basically, this is week 12, like I said, and I only rode once this week. And the whole situation, let me kind of back up and explain to you guys just in case you weren't aware of my whole bike situation. So a month ago, I broke a spoke on my back wheel, and actually back up even further than that, about 3 weeks after I got the bike, I broke a spoke, but that was my error, where I was taking the bike out of the back of my vehicle and the spoke broke. So fast forward to a month ago, I'm riding the bike, just normal riding, nothing, not doing anything fancy or anything, going on a straightaway, and probably going about 16 miles an hour, 15, 16 miles an hour, and the spoke broke. Again, same wheel, the back wheel. And so took it into the shop, they went ahead and fixed it up, and then I got the bike back, and I was riding it about 2 weeks ago, and just riding along. Same thing, actually the same trail, not bumpy or anything like that, just riding along, and the spoke broke again. So that's twice in about a month. And so I took it back to the shop, and when I took it back to the shop, they were like, hey, yeah, this is not normal. Let's look into this a little further. Let's call. I have a Giant TCR Advanced 2 bike, so they called Giant, and they said that they would replace the wheel. So that was about 12 days ago. And so I just got the bike back. I actually got it back on Friday. So I rode on Saturday. So I had a good ride on Saturday, went about 15 miles. And then I already planned some stuff for Sunday and Monday. So I wasn't going to be able to ride. I already kind of knew that. Even though I wanted to try to fit it in, I wasn't able to do that. But anyhow, I was able to ride on Saturday, and it was fine. They put it's a whole new wheel on the back, whole new tire. So that's one good thing I can say so far about Giant, is it was pretty much, they didn't give me any gripes about it at all. They pretty much said, hey, we'll just replace the wheel. Hopefully that will be good, and hopefully it will be good. Now, if it's an issue in the future, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll just probably have to, I don't know. I was talking to the owner of the bike shop just about it, how normal, or how is this something that's normal or what have you. And he said, yeah, it is rare. It could be due to just, my size, but in most situations it's probably not. It's probably the wheel was defective. But if it does continue happening, and he told me he's had a couple of people that have come in, similar situation, where they've had a spoke that just kept breaking, and not just one spoke, but the wheel, and so they had to replace it and get another wheel and stuff like that. But very, very rare, rarely does that happen. So he gave me some options. Pretty much, they have wheels there, obviously, and then he was even telling me of these people that will do like a specific, and I'm jumping way ahead, because if the spoke breaks again, then yeah, I'm going to be looking at this. But He was telling me that there are people that do custom wheels where they can make them pretty much very strong, so you wouldn't have that issue. And he was just telling me of a guy who had that same situation, and he went and got a custom wheel put in, and he's been riding it for a year now, and he hasn't had any problems. So just something that I can, if it does happen again, I know that there are other options out there. But it was funny though when I got on the trail on Saturday. I'm riding around. I'm thinking, I'm just hoping that it doesn't break again, and that was kind of on my mind, which I guess it shouldn't be. I should be just enjoying the ride, but that's what I was thinking about. Like, I hope this spoke doesn't break again. And I'm not doing anything like strenuous on the bike. It's just on a flat ride. It's the spoke is breaking. So it's just a little. It's irritating. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so I'm gonna we'll jump into Strava, and I just want to kind of look at the ride. And for those of you who don't know, I'm new to cycling. I've only been cycling this is the 12th week, and I've been having a really good time. And I know that I'm in better shape now than I was 12 weeks ago, and that's just purely on riding, going to certain places. When I go out to I go to the same trail and I ride that trail, and I feel so much better after riding the trail than I did when I first started. So I know I'm improving, but there are certain situations where I'm getting discouraged. I'll be honest with you. I know I need to change my eating habits, and I need to eat less, but I haven't had my bike for 10 days, so I haven't been riding for 10 days, and I pretty much was eating the same, which I shouldn't have been, but I was, and so I gained a few pounds just because of that. So that's something that I really need to work on, because even when I'm riding, I still ride and I eat about the same. I might eat a little bit more. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm not really losing. I might lose a pound a week, but I'm not really losing anything faster than that. And so that's a little discouraging. But as far as my fitness, I feel really good, and I feel the best that I've felt as far as doing a workout and things like that. Whereas in the past, and I've talked a little bit about this, but then in the past, the different types of workouts that I was doing, I would just be sore. I couldn't move. I didn't want to, do anything the next few days after working out, because I was either lifting weights or I was running or doing some type of activity, softball, whatever, just different activities where I'm just sore, back hurts, all that good stuff. But now when I'm on a bike, it feels a lot better, where I can get out, get that cardio going, and I can do that continuously for an hour, hour and a half, come back home, and I feel really good. I actually feel ready to go conquer the world after, as opposed to feeling like I'm just beat down. I just want to take a nap because that's the way I felt in the past. So let's just look at this, and I just want to look at this last, and like I said, I only did one ride. I will go out tomorrow, Tuesday. I had to work on Saturday, so I got the ride in, and then I had to work after that, and I worked relatively late. So then Sunday I had some things I had to do, and then Monday as well. So I'm going to take the day off on Tuesday, so I'll go out tomorrow and I'll do another ride. But you see January here, January 7th through 13th, nothing happened, and that was because the week prior, this is the ride right here. So I went 28 miles. This is when I broke my spoke and took it to the shop that same day, and they had it this whole time here. And then I got it back on Friday, and then I was able to do this ride here. So actually they had it was actually a little longer than 10 days. So, and that whole situation with the reason that they had it so long is because they had to get the new wheel and all that stuff sent to them, and then they put it on. I think someone told me, maybe it was one of the subscribers told me that I could have gotten like a loaner wheel, and so I would be able to ride. But I'm actually glad I didn't, because I live in Southern California. It rained I think it started raining on, was it Sunday? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It rained pretty much all week. Thursday, it started clearing up a little bit. I think it was Thursday, but it was pretty much rain nonstop, and that's very, very rare for California. So we had a lot of rain, and so I wouldn't have been able to ride anyway, even if I got a loaner wheel. So it worked out. It worked out well. So let's just look at this real quick. I just want to kind of go over some things here. If you guys are in the chat room, just say hi. Let me know you're here, and if you'd like, just let me know where you're watching me from. And let's see. So I did the Santa Ana River Trail, which I do very frequently. I really like going on this trail, and it's a clean trail. There's usually not very many people that aren't riding bikes on the trail. So you have some people walking, but very few. So you can get in there, get your ride in, and then you're all done. You can see kind of the way the layout is as far as the elevation and everything. So you start about 200 feet, and you kind of go downhill here, and then you come back uphill here, and then when you come back, it's the same way. So it gives you kind of a false sense of, oh, I'm doing really good, because when you start out, you're going, and you can really pick up some speed when you start out, and then when you get when you're halfway done, then you realize, okay, I got to come back, and then you're going to be going uphill a little bit. So you usually go up, you're coming back a little slower than you went when you came in. So it's a little deceiving, and you have to kind of get used to that, because when I first started, I was thinking, oh, this is easy, and I'm doing really good. I had a friend that actually went with me a couple weeks ago, and that was exactly what she was saying. Oh, I'm doing really good. I feel really good. We're halfway through, but then when we turn around and come back, she didn't realize we were going uphill, just a little bit, very slight incline. You can't even see it, and she just blew up halfway through because she couldn't continue. I mean, she had to take a break, and then she was able to continue, but it was a lot harder than it was when we first started out. So let's see. Is there anything significant here? I hit a few personal records, so that's good. And now I'm not even looking at the segments. I don't know the segments on Santa Ana River Trail. I'm still kind of new to it, so I don't know exactly where these segments start and all that. I do have a Wahoo bolt, which I can set up to do that, to tell me where I am, like as far as where the segments are. I just haven't done that yet. So I'll start kind of tuning in on these segments, so I can do better as far as start challenging different people that I see out there and try to place myself at a higher rank. That's one thing I love about Strava, is they have these different segments where you can challenge yourself and challenge your friends and stuff like that. So that's always good. So my speed was 14.9 miles an hour, max was 26. And heart rate was 166, and the max was 179. Now this is coming off not riding for, what was it, like a little over, I think it was 10 or 11 days. So this is my first ride back. So my legs felt good, but obviously, usually my heart rate's not this high. I didn't do anything really strenuous. I wasn't like this 26 miles an hour. This is going downhill, so I wasn't really overly exerting myself. Usually my heart rate is around 159 or so when I do a ride like this, at about this pace. Calories, 1,200 calories burned, and you see the temperature and then the time. Now that's the overall time. I believe my ride time was more, let's see, ride time was 1 hour and 37 seconds. So, and then elevation 282 feet. So all that stuff looks pretty good. Let's look down at, I think I can get more info here. Really need to learn how to use the Strava. Let's see. Yeah, it's not showing me anything there. Okay. I can't remember how to pull that up. So overall, it was a good week. Even though I didn't ride very much, I'm going to get back on it next week. I'm going to be riding 3 times a week through on my weekend. Whereas this week it was just kind of all up in the air, and I didn't even know if I was getting my bike back. So that was a big thing. The fact that they had my bike, because They kept in touch with me. Just the bike shop was calling me, letting me know, hey, it hasn't come in yet, or so I didn't know. I didn't think I was going to be able to get it by Friday. So I was thinking, okay, well, this weekend's going to be kind of not a week when I don't ride. So that's when I was focusing on, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm setting all these other plans up. But I was able to get it Friday, so that kind of was unexpected. Let's just say that. So that was pretty much it that I wanted to go over this week. I know it's just a short week. I will start doing a lot more of these little short live streams, and then I still have some stuff I need to review as far as different gear and stuff like that. So my main goal is to try to get as many people on here as possible, to watch the live chat, so we can kind of go back and forth with each other. I do have another channel, and that's kind of the way that I'm gearing that channel as well. So my whole thing is about participation, everybody getting in here, and we help each other out. That's my whole deal here. So I just wanted to come on real quick. People who were in here, please hit the like button if you like this video. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. And we'll be putting out another one next Monday, and it's going to be at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.